Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into something that is completely reshaping the financial world, but, well, not exactly in the way you might hope. We're talking about the incredible dual nature of the modern AI revolution. On one hand, AI is an absolute miracle of tech, right? It promises to streamline our lives and our investments. But on the flip side, it has basically opened the floodgates to a totally new, incredibly sophisticated breed of financial crime. Actually, AI fraud isn't just a niche thing anymore. It's a multi-billion-dollar underground industry.
I want you to just put yourself in this total nightmare scenario for a second. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, you pour your coffee, you open your laptop, and you discover that your entire life savings, your whole investment portfolio has just vanished. Literally, completely gone. And here's the really terrifying part. There were no sketchy phone calls in the middle of the night. There were no masked hackers busting through your firewall. Zero warning signs. Instead, the money was willingly transferred by you. Why? Because you trusted what appeared to be the absolute smartest, most sophisticated investment advisor ever created.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this is exactly how artificial intelligence is currently being weaponized to steal millions, if not billions of dollars from everyday people. The exact same technology that's supposed to perfectly predict stock prices and automate our trading is now being used to engineer a completely false reality. We're looking at a massive global phenomenon where AI-powered financial scams are getting vastly more convincing, highly personalized, and honestly, almost impossible to detect if we're just relying on our old ways of staying vigilant.
So to understand how this algorithmic deception actually works, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the AI investment boom, then look at how the scam begins, move into the psychological trap, cover the inevitable collapse, and finally wrap up with protecting your money. All right, Section 1, the AI investment boom. Let's talk about the fake AI trend.
Now, your excitement about AI and finance, it's completely valid. Genuine machine learning algorithms really do crunch massive data sets to predict market movements, but criminals are weaponizing that exact same excitement. They know we're all out there looking for the next big thing, so they launch thousands of fake platforms promising daily passive income, just slapping the buzzword AI on it to create this instant illusion of credibility. And this brilliantly illustrates why these new scams are so unbelievably dangerous. I mean, we all know the traditional scams, right? The emails with the terrible grammar, obvious spelling mistakes, weird language barriers. We are totally trained to spot those miles away. But modern AI, it removes all of those weaknesses entirely. Today's AI scams generate flawless, perfectly written emails. They build stunningly professional websites. They can even generate live video meetings featuring AI-generated faces. Language barriers are a thing of the past because scammers can now communicate naturally in dozens of languages at the exact same time, scaling their deception to hundreds of thousands of people at once. It's wild.
Moving right along to Section 2, how the scam begins. Let's look at the first hook. You might think a sophisticated financial fraud starts in some shady dark web forum, right? But it actually starts right in the palm of your hand, right on your daily social media feed. The top of the funnel looks exactly like this. First, you scroll past a short video ad featuring a famous entrepreneur or maybe a well-known financial expert, and they're highly recommending this revolutionary new AI trading system. Thanks to deepfake technology and AI voice cloning, this video looks and sounds 100% authentic, so you click. You're redirected to a highly polished website and bam, the psychological pressure begins immediately. You'll see countdown timers ticking down, fake live profit screenshots flashing, and messages screaming things like only 50 spots remaining or join before midnight. It's a completely manufactured, high-tech fear of missing out.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the initial amount they ask for. It's just $250. You see, traditional scammers usually try to take you for everything you have right out of the gate. But AI scammers, they are incredibly patient. They ask for a very small initial deposit. And why do they do that? Because it totally lowers your defensive shields. It just doesn't feel like a life-ruining risk to throw in a couple of $100 to test out a supposedly revolutionary new system, does it? It is a tiny hook for sure, but man, it is set deep.
Which brings us to Section 3, the psychological trap. This is all about building trust. This is the exact moment where the scam shifts from simple deception to deep, calculated manipulation. The goal here is not just to take your $250 and run. Oh no. The goal is to build an unbreakable foundation of trust by simulating incredible early success. When you log into your shiny new fake dashboard, you're going to see unbelievable metrics. The platform will advertise crazy success rates, like 95% guaranteed winning trades. You'll literally sit there and watch your fake account balance grow day by day. Every single trade the AI makes appears to be a massive success. And here is the truly devious part. The scammers will actually let you withdraw a small amount of your quote-unquote profits early on. That successful withdrawal, it's entirely intentional. It proves to you that the system is real, the money is supposedly liquid, and it builds such deep trust that victims very often start inviting their own friends and family to join in. But behind the scenes, the AI isn't analyzing the stock market at all. Not even a little bit. Scammers increasingly use AI to analyze human behavior. The machine learning systems monitor your specific activity on the site. They test your emotional triggers. If you hesitate on making a larger deposit, an intelligent chatbot, which by the way, you completely think is a real human financial professional, reaches out instantly. You get a perfectly customized email right at the exact moment of your hesitation. Some people get reassuring messages of encouragement, others get messages creating strict urgency. The manipulation feels entirely human, but the reality is you're just interacting with a programmed system designed solely to maximize your deposits.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, the inevitable collapse, the vanishing act.
So eventually you decide it's time to pull your substantial earnings out. Maybe you want to buy a house or retire early or just secure your wealth, right? Well, the speed at which the illusion shatters here is breathtaking. The collapse follows a brutal, rapid-fire timeline. Day 1, you request your large withdrawal. You're super excited. But by day 3, suddenly there's a hurdle. The platform demands an unexpected tax payment before they can release the funds, so you pay it. Then on day 7, a brand new hurdle pops up. Now they need a security deposit or a liquidity fee or some kind of verification charge. Every single payment you make supposedly unlocks that final withdrawal. You just keep sending money, desperate to get your massive balance out. And then, by day 10, absolute silence. Customer support completely disappears, your emails bounce back, the website goes entirely offline, the brilliant AI platform simply vanishes overnight, taking millions of dollars with it.
All right, Section 5, protecting your money. It's time to talk about defense strategies. Listen, it is a devastating cycle, but you are absolutely not powerless here. Now that we understand exactly how the trap is set and sprung, we can look at the concrete, authoritative steps you need to take to fight back. First up, we have to recognize the red flags. If you see guaranteed profits or zero risk advertised, run. Seriously, every single financial market involves risk, and anyone promising certainty is selling you deception, not an opportunity. Watch out for immediate pressure to invest, claims of secret AI algorithms, and celebrity endorsements that come out of nowhere. And a massive, glaring red flag. If an unlicensed company requests that you transfer cryptocurrency to fund your account, stop immediately. Just don't do it. So the crucial point is how you actively defend yourself in this new landscape. You must research independent reviews, and I mean completely off the company's own website, okay? Go dig around. You must verify that the business is actually regulated by the appropriate financial authorities in your specific country. You have to remain highly, highly skeptical of video endorsements, knowing that deepfakes can flawlessly imitate almost anyone now. And on a purely practical level, always use strong passwords and enable multi-factor authentication everywhere. The golden rule: never ever trust an investment simply because someone online claims their shiny new AI system cannot fail. Which leaves us with this truly vital takeaway from the source material. Technology itself is not the enemy. Deception is. Artificial intelligence has massive potential to improve healthcare, science, and yes, genuine finance. But the next generation of fraud isn't hiding in some dark, smoky basement. It's operating right out in the open through polished websites, intelligent chatbots, and algorithms custom designed to earn your absolute trust before emptying your savings. Your absolute best defense today remains education, critical thinking, and just relentless verification. I really want to leave you with this final thought as you navigate this rapidly changing financial landscape. When you see that next incredible opportunity pop up on your feed, featuring a face you recognize and promising returns that could literally change your life. In the age of AI, are you verifying or just trusting? Because believing everything you see today could very easily become the most expensive mistake of your life. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and please protect your investments. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.